Hello, YouTube land! Check your clocks, it's amateur hour time. Welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa. In the last episode, we completed chapter 5, and a lot of things happened that time. We figured out during the 5th class trial that Murkuro Ikusaba was the one who was the victim of the case, and apparently the whole class trial was targeted at Kyoko. But I guess it wasn't meant to happen, but Kyoko threw me under the bus so I would get executed for Murkuro, and I almost did, but Alter Ego came in and saved us, and we got sent to the dump, and we learned a lot of things because Kyoko came down there too, and she claims that there are two people who are the ultimate despair, and then Kyoko actually learned of her ability that she is the ultimate detective, which is awesome. So we learned about two people today. We learned about two people last episode, and now and I think that's pretty fantastic. And then another thing is that apparently the headmaster of Hope's Peak is Kyoko's father. So that's something we just learned as well. So yeah, we ended off the chapter knowing that there are two people of the ultimate despair instead of one. So the second one's lingering around somewhere, which hopefully we can figure out. So let's go ahead and jump right into it and have some fun. You know what to do, guys. Leave a like for Danganronpa and leave a like for Makoto, the ultimate lucky student, and me, Amateur Hour, the ultimate rookie. And if you enjoy my content, be sure to subscribe. It'll be an honor to have you as part of the Cuckoo crew. Give the video a like and comment down below and other good stuff that YouTube can bring. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Sorry if I sound a little tired. I did wake up from like a nap. I kept waking in and out of sleep, so I'm all over the place right now. I think literally after this, I'm gonna have to go back to sleep because work. But hey, we're here. Let's just get this done. The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Alright? But right now, we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, there's this. I mean, it feels like it's a way out. Rattle, rattle. There's no doorknob on this thing, so it's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Kyoko, she might have the key still. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
We should be able to use it on that door, right? Alright, hand it over. Hand it over. Let us out of here. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out. Kyoko took the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, click indeed. Yes, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Alright, we quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Alright. Finally, we were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a bath. Not take a bath. There's no bath down here. But there wasn't even a time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Alright, chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. I think it's the last chapter. I could be wrong though. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up to the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Alright. Ugh. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey,
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
so...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. That's actually kind of cool. That it legit runs in the family. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So,
Right.
because we take pride in it. Pride.
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. I guess that makes sense. Like, a detective has to be, like, completely in the neutral area so they can figure out the actual case, the truth. Like, so you're not good or bad. You're not shadow or light. You're just in the middle. I'm just here to discover the truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed. We do what we must do to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose, to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Yeah, wouldn't if he's the headmaster, he's a now a headmaster. Wouldn't he technically be a detective too?
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Dang. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in the line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However...
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and young as I was, he left me behind. So he had an argument with his dad, technically. Yeah, because she said grandfather. Yeah, so that would be his dad. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. Sort of like Byakuya. Makes sense. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Gyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. Couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true.
However...
But there's one thing. One thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past, in order to remove him from my life forever, I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, just cut him out like that.
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Dang. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey.
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. Alright. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Finally. Yeah, that must have been a long way then. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? Oh, yeah, I do. I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Yep, here we are. Oh, it's nighttime too. Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at the least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Yoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. Alright. So, yeah, what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So
Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh?
in other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time until we're found out, and it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they saw us coming out of the trash hatch, so I'm pretty sure they know that I'm alive. They're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now. Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does that mean? The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. It'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little... No. Super uneasy about this. But we really don't have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Alright, to the gym we go. Let's leave the area. Ugh. I do not know why, but I am like having a stuffy nose. Maybe it's like nighttime allergies or something like that. I don't know. Usually when I wake up, only in the mornings, it only happens in the mornings, I get like the sniffles. Like I just uncontrollably sneeze for some reason, and I don't know why. It's always been like that every time I wake up. I just can't escape that part of me, I suppose. I have officially dubbed it the morning sniffles. Your boy can't run away from it. All right.
Well now.
Hey. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again. And this time, I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko,
Right.
do whatever you feel you have to. What?
However,
But before you do, let me just say one thing.
no.
If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that it matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You! Explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
in other words,
I'm supposed to be chosen as the Blackened and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about?
however,
But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person will protect another like that.
right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being that you could come or aid. Wait, let me try that again. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Murkuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing so executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well,
And you can prove this, right?
Well,
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? It makes such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
that doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type?
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire.
however,
But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
what the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this will be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey,
Of course, you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have to
then
do.
I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair deal, a fair trial.
It's time for one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair. Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial. One last showdown. In other words, this will be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Yeah. Interesting.
Barrett!
Very interesting indeed. Barry?
What's wrong?
Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be possible, it would certainly make for one honey of a climax.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. We still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
You guys!
So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. Where did my text box go? What happened? Found it! All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that,
I can barely contain
I
myself!
can barely contain myself. Then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of this school,
You guys!
then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that, for sure. Now what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations. And having a trial for Murkuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have mean that whoever killed Murkuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why'd he go quiet all of a sudden?
Now
I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would ya? Why he's so mad?
Whew.
He seems emotionally unstable.
Hey!
Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? Eh, I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. Alright. So we're having one more class trial. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Alright. We're having one final showdown. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life. We still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Yeah, thank you, girl. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true.
whew,
But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would have accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept.
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let get down their guard, like I said. So when was it that the mastermind let their guard down?
so
I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said that they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
listen,
And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable.
indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet, somehow, the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason.
so
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
it would
The
seem
mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words,
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope, to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want us to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right. It is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really the only reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto,
I know how angry it must make you, and yet the same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What?
in other words,
Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular and reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very least.
At least that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves?
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. Okay. That's wild. No matter how much they hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished. But in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove the world that despair is better than hope, they had to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words.
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
However.
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. You let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I showed my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic.
However.
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win.
Hey.
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone and destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However.
Is that really possible? Huh? Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
Shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Alright. Yeah, we're prepping up for the big final battle now this time. This is gonna be interesting. Usually when it comes to final stuff, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot of thinking involved. And well, considering that I'm on mean difficulty, that's gonna be even worse. So, my brain is definitely gonna be racked. Do I see someone back there? Maybe in the dining hall. She just simply said the dorm, so I'm gonna check the dining hall. That's usually, wait, it's nighttime. I'm a fool. Yeah, I doubt anyone's here. And suddenly, oh, they are here. And suddenly, we were greeted with... You again. It's 103.2.1.255. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Let's get back to 61. Jeez, what the heck?
However.
I wonder what that was all about. My man is short-circuiting. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah! Hey!
Is that Makoto?
Aw, dude.
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
Ah, dudes. I'm alive. Me and Makoto are alive.
You survived?
I like how Byakuya has his arms crossed, but he's also surprised that I'm alive though.
Jeez, you're like
like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
Hi, Byakuya. Nice to see you again too, bud.
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
Oh, don't do this again. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. Even Toko looks happy. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
Wait. What's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man. That seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away. Shoo. Shoo. Because I came out of the garbage. Well, good feelings gone. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Just immediately, like, my tears came out of my face, but then they immediately just crawled back in. Alright. Hero. Solid, dude.
Yo.
Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
You know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Dang it, Hero. I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you who escaped execution? It was Alter Ego. He saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their life saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Alright, at least he was nice about it. What have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured out since the trial was over, we have access to new places again. Yeah? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. Well, there wasn't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? Toko? Stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. The smell is so smelly. Super smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than me. I win. He seems happy for some reason.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain. Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's related to what I have to tell you all. Alright, hit it up. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
What? Seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me for any of you. Then, who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind.
Huh?
What? You're saying the mastermind killed Murkuro?
That's right.
That's right. It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What did you say?
You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? Make it sound like it was easy. I just, you know.
however,
But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial. When you said, now's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again. Later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Murkuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanely possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is, and how they killed Murkuro, and all the school mysteries... It's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. Why not? You can't agree. Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too. At first. Until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. Huh? But why?
So in other words...
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Murkuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Murkuro, but there's no way he would have disguised a scene like that.
In other words...
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who've been taking part in the killing game. Then, the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. And add in Murkuro, and you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them?
That's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us?
No way!
You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that all to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say that it's not possible. But one of us was the mastermind. They had to keep controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck off and controlled them in secret.
but...
I don't care how sneaky you are. We would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times.
I'm right.
Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Oh yeah, I forgot it was nighttime, wasn't it?
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
True ending. That sounds frightening.
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school.
Oh, that's beautiful, actually.
Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Yikes. He's very confident. How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms.
That's fine.
The time for talk is done. We need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
In the name of my family. At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility.
Goodbye.
Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him!
Hey.
Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream. Or coffee. You totally useless! So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go out by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But,
I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know?
'cause,
But
I mean,
up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto! That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless.
okay.
So I figure, at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, just us two.
Indeed.
Indeed. Alright. So, you gotta go off on your own too, right, Kyoko?
However,
Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do the searches separately doesn't mean we still can't work together.
so
That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should see that as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together to share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
Well, I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko was gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I had to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of this school. And then we can all escape together. Alright, investigate. Time to one more investigation. Let's do this. The ultimate rookie is going full in. I guess I'll start by taking a look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Murkuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the bio lab, the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? After that, I have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder, which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Alright, places to check. Alright, wow, we actually have like a note. Okay, let's begin. Let's get this investigation going. Well, let's see. I want to go... This is the first floor. Second floor. They said there was a... That's stairs to the third floor. They said there was second floor dorms? Or something like that? Since I'm going up there anyway. I just gotta find them, I guess. Third floor. I don't see no stairs in here. I'm just checking the wrong area. Yeah, this is a classroom. I think that's another classroom. This is weird. Mario. Man, I'm already starting off rough. Wait. The second floor, that goes to the third floor. Makes no dang sense. Hold on, let me check the bullets again. Places to check. The second floor of the dormitory. Oh, that's down below. Never mind, that's still the first floor then. Let me go back there. I thought there would be dorms on the second floor. I'm a fool. Yeah. Okay, we just gotta find those stairs wherever they are. Come on. These ones? Ooh, they're different. The gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. Alright. They look completely different. Oh, this place is broken. This is the second floor of the dorms? It looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, more like a battlefield. Like a bomb blew up here or something. Yeah, there's a lot of rubble. I don't know. Oh, that right there is blood. Oh, let me check the map. Yeah, everything here is kind of broken. Eesh. What's in here? Is it open? Yeah, it's open. Whose room is this? Nice. Okay, check the bed. What we got? The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. All right. We found like a bunch of notes in here too. I saw something here too. Bathroom? I opened the door just a crack, glanced inside, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Dang, this place seen better days, I guess. Guess that's it in here, huh? Yeah, nothing in here. This place is just completely ruined, deserted. You even check in here? This is the girls' bathroom. Even in a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Not even if the place is ruined. What about men's? This looks normal, at least. Anything in here? Nope, I don't think so. All right. Yeah, at least that seemed pretty normal of all the rooms. What the heck is this? Hello? Is this a locker room? Why is it bolted? This room is filled with lockers. It must have been for the Hope's Peak students who came before us. Huh. The class before ours must have used these lockers. Oh, that's cool. But in seeing the state it's in, I don't know about that. We got a lot of lockers to check. I can't imagine any way to get this locker open. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Okay. What about that one? I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope. Locked. There's a card reader installed on the door. That must be how you get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your e-handbook to open those up. So does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took out my handbook and ran it across the card reader. And then... It worked? No luck. Never mind. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Alright. What about that? There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. Yeah, I doubt it. It's just literally just like bolted. What's this? I wonder if I can open this locker. Nope. Locked. Oh, I think it's the same stuff. Yep. No luck. Maybe only the locker's locker can locker it. Right here. There's a metal plate mounted to the locker. There's no way to get it open. Yeah. I think all of this is nothing. I'm not even gonna bother trying. Yep. Nothing here. Right, let's keep looking. Maybe there will be a way to open it. Who knows? What is this room? Office? I guess, yeah. Very comfy in here, actually. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. Maybe it's a faculty room. It has a more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko.
Indeed.
I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. Oh, a regret? Well, let me look around myself first, and then we'll observe. A leather chair. I can't imagine a student using something like this. It must have been the headmaster's. Okay. What's in here? Huh? There's a strange gap in the wall. Is it some kind of design mistake or a construction defect or something?
So...
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
There's likely an open space on the other side of this wall. Open space? Does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. Oh, really? You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something?
Indeed.
A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open right up.
However...
But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All we know is probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, it's not nearly enough to go on.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork and all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password.
Whew.
When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Okay. I think I might know how to open it, but that's where I got stuck.
Correct.
Which is the regret I mentioned. Okay. Well, maybe we can find it somewhere. Who knows? Let me see the PC. Maybe I can crack it. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. And that's it.
It would seem...
Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the ultimate despair.
However...
There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know.
In other words...
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy, which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people, whose driving force comes from despair.
However...
And that's all there is. Not much to it, is there?
Whew.
But I guess that's the best he could do as a complete Kirigiri failure. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on.
Correct.
I see. That's a good outlook to have. Alright, the ultimate despair. Alright, that's a bullet. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there might be some kind of clue waiting in there. Maybe for her, there's more to it than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, no way do I stand a chance. No. Wait. There might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name?
What?
Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. You mind if I try it just to be sure?
Well,
Not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Whatever you want. Okay. Alright, let me pop it in. You're about to get your mind blown, girl. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, it might just hurt Kyoko even more.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face a computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Yoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in, it opened. It actually opened. Yeah, that was the password. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked.
why?
Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. Yeah, she wasn't expecting her name to be the password. She said, why did that work? She said, why my name? Ooh, present. Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. It was the present. Yeah, I want it. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. Do we dare open it? I would. I'm opening it. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Can we open it? Getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem.
If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway.
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? It's a time bomb. Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Alright. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath, then took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside, and... Oh, it's something not good. And he screamed. Yoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Oh! Oh no! That's someone gift wrapped for my amusement. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? What did you think from this? Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
Well, it's not that I was thinking the bones though specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Oh, that's her dad. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones? That body? That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Yoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
In other words...
that most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, though she knew it was a possibility. But I had to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had completely had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing there was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Aw. Hidden room present. Yikes. Alright, well, there's this. I see that too. Huh? This picture. That's Kyoko. It's all faded. Must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Ooh.
Why would you...
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free from the past. And yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Yoko. Dang. Dang. He said I wanted to tell him to cut off ties, but now that he's dead, I can't tell him that. That sucks. He really has resentment for him. the headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out. But I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission.
Hey,
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. You sure?
because...
Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Alright, let's get searching. Starting from the top, I opened up all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Ooh, handbook. Is this in case of emergency? It's an e-handbook, right? It has a label on it that says in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the handmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why didn't you hold on to it? Remember the last time I held on to something and I almost got stabbed with it? I think I've been holding on to so many items and they've been used for murders. Like, I need to not hold stuff anymore. But Kyoko, I don't need it. You don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then, guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Guess so. Headmaster's e-handbook. Alright.
Hey,
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? Listen. Favor? What is it?
so...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more. But,
Hey,
could you leave? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko. Don't worry. I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need
Just
to
a second.
get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko? You told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway...
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then, I'll see you later. Alright, gotta just give Kyoko some alone time. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it's been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster. Killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster's a man in his late 30s. Seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. 15 of us met in the mail hall, and add Murkuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. Even Murkuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Alright. Yeah, so if it's not the headmaster, then that means one of the students is the mastermind behind all of this. Maybe we can go in here since we have the handbook, right? We can check it, right? What if I can open this locker? Yeah. Nope, locked. Let me try. After all, it's pretty similar. So does that mean took out my handbook and ran across the card reader? Didn't work. No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it, which means none of us can do it. Wait, but what about that emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Okay, let's give it one more try. Alright, bust it open. I took the emergency handbook and ran it across the card reader and... yes. Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we got inside. Anything? Nope, don't see anything that could be a clue. Okay, we just gotta try that with all the lockers then. Oh god. Where do we even start? This one? I took the emergency handbook and ran across the card reader and... beep! Let the locker open. Now let's see what we got inside. Ooh, cool stuff. This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. Wait, it's a crystal ball. Is this Hiro's place? This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he'd ever use this locker. It's just not possible. Yeah, this is Hiro's. Might be Hiro's stuff. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked up in no particular order. And dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever stuffed this didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible, I picked up one of the textbooks I saw. But the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. Yeah, this is Hiro's stuff. What? What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagakure. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all sucked into this evil world. We never had the chance to take any classes. I mean, he was held back a couple years, but would that matter? So what is this notebook? Locker notebook. Interesting. What about this stuff? There's one more thing. Boop. Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? Yeah, that is frightening. Alright, anything else? Maybe I should look around a little bit more. Where do I even start? Because there's a lot of lockers to open. Yeah, can't get that open. What about this? Beep. Looks like the locker open. Let's see what we got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. So what, is that the only locker that we got so far that's useful? Oh god, we still have so much other things. Many other things. Looks like this locker is already broken. What about this one? I can't believe I actually got to like search each and every individual locker. Ooh, pretty. This thing is practically empty. What is this though? Is that it? Yeah, it looks like that's it. Give it. Matches. Better be matches. There's just one thing. Some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there. Words I heard before. There's a plan to turn Host Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster, and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as the foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. So this is Kyoko's book. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who the pocketbook belonged to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what was it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly, who just so happens to be the headmaster, and my father. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about this whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question mark spinning through my mind just started spinning that much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There is a second despair. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Yikes. Okay. So, we found Hiro and Kyoko stuff. This is wild. But we're in a destroyed place. But the more I see, the less sense it makes. Unless they've been used before at some point. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to people here? A notebook that seems like it belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that looks like it belongs to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. But if I want to find that out, I have to keep moving the investigation forward. And I had to believe in everyone. Alright. Yeah, so we're getting things that that shouldn't be there because we first got to this school, you know? This makes no sense. This makes no sense. My brain be hurting. Okay, so now that we got the dorms completely checked, next we gotta check the data room, right? Yeah, we got that. Locker room, private room. That's a wait, 4th floor. What's this? This is the data center and the headmaster. We'll go to the headmaster's room. Because I've been dying to check this place out. Ooh, pretty. I like it. What's up, Byakuya? This is the headmaster's room. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto. It's you. Oh, Byakuya. Oh, dude. Let me investigate before I talk to you. There are documents scattered all over the floor. Somehow it makes me feel anxious. Alright. Anything else? What about this?
Come on.
Hey, Makoto.
Not possible.
Are you ignoring me? You think I'll forgive that just because you're you?
Such
When we get out of here, remember this moment. You are so petty, Byakuya. Alright, I'll talk to you. Jesus. The one time he actually wants to chat with me. Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Sure. What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on top of that pathetically ostentatious desk. Class number 78. Student registry? It contains profile for all of us. And Murkuro.
So in other
Apparently,
words,
class number 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room,
I see.
that's right, it also mentioned class number 78. That must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in there along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt. Murkuro was a student here at Hope's Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Murkuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. Huh? What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
So in other words, when it comes to this profile, there was more information about Murkuro that we still don't have. What kind of information is it? Why you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he was, but I'm glad he left us with such an interesting clue. I was still half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Murkuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entity floats, close but just out of reach. Okay. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Murkuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. The fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Murkuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Murkuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Murkuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Murkuro was capable of. They would have taken her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Murkuro was.
what?
What's wrong, Makoto?
That's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you should know. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as our part of class number 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. And further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds. It even lists her vitals. 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body?
Stop talking.
You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is that maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse and maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean? Wait, is he trying to say there's a chance the body isn't actually Murkuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking about it all seems but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right?
It's all clear now.
It's all clear now. That's all I was trying to say. What you do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Not used to. I'm kind of used to it at this point. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest you pay attention. Okay. Advice? For me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? That's what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch. But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. Yeah, I think I like how Byakuya actually got a little nicer. Like, he developed. He actually had a character arc. What a guy. Like, he's still kind of cold-shouldery and kind of mean still, but he's a little bit nicer to it. Like, he feels empathy. He's empathetic now. The bookshelf seems really well made, and it's filled with files and thick books. Alright, I guess we can leave, right? Yeah, we just had to talk with Byakuya. I appreciate that. He actually did help. Now we can go to the data center. Right. Speed. Yeah. Adio. Yeah, we can go in that door now, can we? What's up, Hina?
Hey, Makoto.
Ah, Makoto. Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door.
Yeah.
So I figured, if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
But
Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that really sucked. So, you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Oh, Hina. Okay, so guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to her nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, goes nothing. I threw all my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Alright. Adio. Ooh. Oh, it's so cool. This place looks cool. There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was...
Huh?
Whoa! This place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Yeah, this place looks cool. What's that? What's this? There's some kind of hatch on the floor. But right now, I'm more concerned with that weird device. Right? This is legit. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. Like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi'd probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. Then could that mean?
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just or whatever something like this. It was too late. Ina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Ina, what'd you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center? Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Ina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center is literally outside. That's right next door. The room we were just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I probably better go check it out.
Yeah.
Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Alright, guess I'll go check it out then. Mario. Hello? Did I just hear what I think I heard? Hey, Monokuma. Oh, dude. Is that Monokuma? He's not doing anything. Buddy. You good? Hey. Roar! Give me all your donuts! Is that you, Hina? What? Aw, man. Busted. How'd you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, guess that settles it. This room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. Yeah, that's what... Okay, so that's the room that actually controls Monokuma. That's cool. Oh, that's not what the button I wanted to press. Oh, dude. Yeah, I guess that settles it. Alright. He said, give me all your donuts. What a guy. Ina, we found it. Whoa. Hey, Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What you were controlling just now? It was Monokuma.
Huh?
Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they're definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Yoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but... Okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but... This killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student? I guess we're getting closer to who could it be. No, it can't be. There's no way. Right? Alright. Monokuma's control room. Yeah, this is Monokuma's area. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no. It's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible. but I really hope it's not true.
Um,
So, like,
so,
you want to leave soon? There's still lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Alright, let's go. See you later, landlubber. Alright, so we got a Monokuma control room. Oh, did it just lock behind us? As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door! It just locked on its own. Yeah, it did lock behind us. What? What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. Yeah, it's locked. You're right, it's locked. Oh, why? How the heck? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just upped and stopped moving. Then, that room.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So, right now you're being operated by someone in that room?
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo!
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there, we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did ya? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? I did see a hatch. Yeah. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? We could have just found you easy like that. Too bad. That was your one big chance, and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace. He's gone, but
So,
was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then, when I said we should leave... Well, that hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, is keeping my body moving.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what you found here. Nice! You got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can, too. That's the only way forward. Alright, is there anywhere else that I gotta check? No, there is actually somewhere else I gotta check. I gotta check... Next place is... not here. Yeah, we gotta recheck these places. But let's check the bio lab next. Yeah, we got a lot of investigating to do here. Alright, this place looks new. Well, here I am in the bio lab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? I thought most biolabs are cold, actually. I thought that was just like its basic temperature. There's a stack of tarps here. I've been seeing a lot of those things lately. Yeah, tarps has been making a play in this a lot. Alright. Yes. It's so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Right? Yeah, what about these? These look nice. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... Oh, there's some that aren't lit up. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Ah, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. So it's a morgue? Yeah, it's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Okay, so we're in a morgue. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Alright, let's look. What about here? Again? Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. Huh, okay, I guess that's good in a way. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. Ooh, leather. Dying in style. This is the instruction manual for the fridge? Yeah, I guess so. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. Bunch of glowing lights. But only some of the lights are on. The ones on the left. Yeah, these ones aren't. The right-hand lights are off. Well, looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. Yeah, biolab secret. Okay, so the biolab secret that it's a morgue. It's not a biolab. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which would mean, inside each slot lit up in blue, another one of the victims is... Alright. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who died. Oh, so... Oh, the people that died are in there. Oh, God. And that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. Yeah, the people who died are in here. So Sayaka, Leon, Junko, Chihiro, Mondo, Hifumi, Taka, Celeste, Sakura. Oh, that's frightening. Okay, can we get out of here now? Let's get out of here. This place is spooky. Okay, now we gotta go to... Dang it, open up the map again. Let's go to the garden or dojo. That's one of the other two things we need to find. Here we go. Ah, Toko's here. Oh, Toko. So this is where you are.
What do you want?
Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything. Not one single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have to have something, right? But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko.
What's your problem?
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless. Good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Let's let her freak out. Alright, well, there's no clues here. We tried. Toko tried. Give her the, like, that little present that's like an attempt was made. Alright, the garden. Hero should be here then. I think. Where is it? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? Adio. Take the chickens. Rest in peace, chicken. There are still just the 4 chickens left. Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Alright, maybe in there. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed. Yeah. Better check just to be sure. Hero, are you in here too, bud? I didn't find anything even close to a dead body. But it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's the one other thing. The tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case too. Better look into it. Alright. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet. Which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp on one corner of the tarp. It says biolab? That this originally came from the biolab. Okay, tarp. Biolab tarp. There's a variant. Biolab the tarp. So now we gotta head back to the biolab, huh? That's all I really needed to check here. Alright, we're heading out. So, what, back to the biolab? No? No back to the biolab? I just wanted to check it real quick. Just once. One more time. I'm not ready.
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, please make your way to the gym ASA possible.
What? He wants to give us a hint? It's suspicious. There's no doubt about that. This could be a trap. But even knowing that, he said to go to the gym, right? Okay, we're gonna hear what he has to say, and then we'll probably end the episode. There's Hero. Good, bud. Oh, hey, Hero. Godo. Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did, actually. I'm on my way out. You already talked to him. What'd he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. Hero, wait! There was no point in trying to stop him. He ran off like a frightened animal. Hero? It was like he was trying to avoid me. I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Alright. Here, so he said something. He says something to him that made him shook. Yeah, so we're gonna hear what Monokuma has to say, and then, like I said, we'll probably end the episode. But I do have to get to bed. It's already 5:40. This is wild. I gotta be up at 8.
I am Monokuma!
Hello! Welcome! Welcome! Hello! Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. Envelope? Alright. Yeah, it says my name. This would be the envelope. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. What? Don't worry, just get on with it. Alright. Monokuma's cryptic words didn't make me feel any better, but I picked up the envelope and opened it. What we got? What I found was a single photograph. Oh, hey, it's everybody. We looking fly. Where's me? Where am I? It featured a bunch of faces I recognized extremely well. It was everyone who came to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room and we looked at that file. Murkuro Ikusaba? Then this girl is... What? Why? Why is Murkuro here with everyone else? And even more than that, just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. Like, we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like this. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking a picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived here at Hope's Peak Academy. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but that's what's definitely unnatural, is that everyone else is in the picture. I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other until they got here. But if this picture is real, then could that mean? Could it be? Everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you gonna keep up this rambling soliloquy of yours, Hamlet?
What are you gonna
You're getting kind of in the way standing there, you know. So, I mean, get out. But I told you, I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That'd be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Damn it. Alright, group photo. Weird. Alright. So in the end, all I found in the gym was even more confusion. And with that confusion in hand, I left the gym dejected. Dang, that stinks. How does that count as a hit? It just made me even more confused. Is that what Monokuma was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? I mean, I wouldn't say it's fake. All the other ones were real, right? But it looks so real, so full of life. How could anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Maybe I should just ask everyone directly. That should clear all this up. No, I have to clear all this up. Alright. With that, we're going to go ahead and end off the episode right there, because we got a good amount of investigation going, but we got to end it off, unfortunately, because we ran out of time for more. So until then, guys, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. Also, comment and subscribe to get new feed on videos and become a member of the Coop Coop crew today. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitter and Blue Sky so you can recommend the fidget games you want me to play or chat, your preference. Also, after you subscribe, be sure to tap that bell to get new notifications on videos so you'll never miss an upload from me ever again. But that's going to be it from Danganronpa. In the next episode, I guess we'll continue investigating and maybe we'll hit the last trial if we're lucky. But until then, have a nice day, have a nice night. Amateur is out. Stay safe, stay sharp, stay crazy, and I shall see you in the next episode. Peace.